Hi guys, and welcome back. In this tutorial we're gonna discuss more about the Honda NC750X Dashboard. I was searching on YouTube for an English tutorial regarding the dashboard of the Honda NC750X, but I couldn't find it. So I thought to myself, why not making it? We're gonna start by presenting you all the commands and everything what you see on the screen. Then we're gonna get into the menus and gonna show you how easily you can change the preferences from these menus, and you can make it actually your own. So stay with me until the end and we're gonna find out together all the function of the dashboard. First of all, I would like to tell you that the dashboard, it's very sensitive to scratches. We're gonna start with the indicators. I'm gonna show you exactly what everything means. Let's start with a high beam indicator here. Then comes the ABS indicator, this one. Then comes the low oil pressure indicator, which comes on when the ignition switch is turned to the on position and goes off when the engine starts. Then comes the neutral position indicator. The next one, which now is off, we're gonna make it on. It's the high coolant temperature indicator, which comes on when the ignition switch is turned to the on position, like now, and you can see it here. And now, perfect, it's off. When you turn the engine, will go red and then off. The next one, it's the program fuel injection malfunction indicator lamp, this one. I'm gonna tell you a short story regarding this one. For example, if you start your bike very fast and don't let all the programs, all his thing to do at the beginning, I had a surprise that this one was stayed on. Afterward, I just switch off the bike and restarted, and then the indicator disappear and never appear before. If you have this indicator for a longer period of time and you cannot make it off, then it could be a problem for the program fuel injection. So let's go next. It's the parking brake indicator. Then comes the torque control indicator. This one actually it's for example, when you start the bike, it will go off after 10 kilometers per hour or 6 miles. It will go off, and it will reappear when the rear wheel will spin. And here you have torque control 1, 2, 1, 2. You can see it changes and off. And now it's off. So let's make a short review. High beam indicator, ABS, low oil pressure indicator, neutral. Then comes the high coolant temperature indicator. Then comes the program fuel injection indicator malfunction, parking brake, traction control, which if you turn on the bike, you can make it now off. You see? Traction control off. 2, 1, and off. You can see now the indicator blinks, not blinks, the indicator it's off. Let's move forward. The instruments of the dashboard. Select button, which is in the left side. The set button, which is in the right side. And we're gonna use these two buttons to get into the menus. But before we get into the menus, let me show you what information we have here as soon as you open the dashboard. First of all, you have trip A, and in trip A you have the following. You have the fuel consumption up here, the average fuel consumption. You have the total amount of kilometers which you made in trip A. If you press the left button, the select button, the next information you will get, it's the total amount of fuel which you have been consumed on trip A, 8.7 liters. This is the instant fuel consumption on trip A. And now the same information what you get on trip A, you get on trip B. Each one of them can be separately resetted and I will show you later how we do this. The same information, and then comes the time which you used the bike, the date of today date, and the total amount of kilometers which the bike did so far, 11,667. You have here the indicator which will show you in which gear you are. Now it blinks because it's turned off. Now it turned on, and as soon as we enter in the first gear, we will see now the first gear and the drive mode in which we are. It's the D mode, drive mode, and anytime we can switch to sport mode, sport 1, sport 2, sport 3, and back to the drive mode. And now we are in the manual mode. When nothing appears here, we are in the manual mode, and we can switch the gears as we wish. An important thing regarding the fuel gauge, when you have one line and that last line from the left side, from the empty, from the E, blinks, you have still 3.2 liters left. And you're gonna get here a message. I cannot show you now because I have two lines and I'm not on the reserve. You will have here the information regarding how many liters you consumed and how much kilometers distance you made with those with that amount of liters. But you have to consider that you have 3.2 liters left starting from the moment that the last line will blink. So you can count, I don't know, if not 100 kilometers, but for sure 50, 60, 70 kilometers you can make it easily until the next petrol station to refuel. Alright, let's continue with the instruments. Now let me present you the four menus in which you can enter and adjust more from those menus. First of all, you have to continuously press both of these buttons for 3 seconds, and then you will enter in the menus. The first menu, it's on off. The second menu, it's adjustments, ADJ. The third one is SP setting mode, and the last one it's unit. We're gonna take it step by step, and we're gonna see what we can change from each one of these menus. Alright, let's enter in the on-off menu by pressing the right button. The first option, it's echo mode, on or off. I keep it on. What echo mode means is that depending on the fuel consumption, the tachometer segment color will change. If the fuel consumption is improved, the color of the tachometer will change to aqua. Further, when the fuel consumption is improved, it will turn green. So you know exactly when your bike is economical. So I always keep it on. From this shift menu, you can adjust by pressing on and then the right button. You can adjust the shift up point starting from 4,200 revs up to 6,400. So it starts 4,200 up to 6,400. This is the point where you want to shift up, but I normally keep it off. Let's go to the next one. It's his Honda immobilizer system. It's on, of course. It will blink for 24 hours, then it will go off. And then you exit the menu, and then it's reset trip A, which is off. If you turn it on, it will automatically reset your kilometers and fuel consumption and odometer. Everything will be reset after your first refuel. So I keep it off in order to continue the road and count the kilometers. It will reset only the trip A. The trip B will stay continuously counting the kilometers. So this is only for resetting the trip A. And exit the menu. Now let me show you how you reset trip A and trip B manually. You press on the right button continuously, and voila, it's 0 now on everything. You can reset individually trip A and trip B. Now let's reset also the trip B, and that's it, 0 overall. Perfect. The next menu, adjustment, it's very easy. From here we can adjust the hour. Here on the right side, the format of the hour. Then you can adjust the dimmer. For example, we have a high dimmer, the intensity of the dashboard, the intensity of the light of the dashboard. I keep it, for example, H5 when I travel on the daylight, and then I keep it low when I travel in the evening or in the night, not to be bothered by the light of the dashboard. Then you can adjust the date of the year. The first is the year, the second is the month, and then the third it's the day. And that's it. It's a simple menu. We're gonna continue to our next menu. The third menu we're gonna see, it's SP. Let's click on the right, and here we can choose our color theme: amber, yellow, blue, violet, pink, white, red. I will choose the red one. Blue is nice. Let's stay with the red one. You have to keep in mind that when the eco mode is set to on, color aqua and green cannot be selected. Also, when the shift up mode is set to on, amber cannot be selected, so color amber is not available on the shift up mode. The next thing what you can do here, it's put a message when the bike starts and when we close the bike. Here you have 0 or O, it's from the opening message. You have 3 words to put for the opening, so that's why you have O from the opening, and 1, it's the first word, it's ideal. And from the left button you can change. You have plenty of characters and you can change it easily. You have letters, you have numbers, you have signs. And let's put back the ideal bike. You see here 2, O2, opening message number 2, it's bike. You have 6 letters for each message, for each word. So word number 2 from the opening, it's bike. Word number 3, it's motor. And you can see, you can go this sign which is blink, it's a space. And this is the end message, which starts with E, and this is the first word from the end message. NC750X Honda. This is end message number 2 and end message number 3. Bye. This is not a time to say goodbye. And exit. Now let me present you the user settings mode, which you can select by pressing continuously the left button, and you will see on the bottom left of the screen how the modes are changing. We have the gear mode, the user mode, the DCT mode, and the rev mode. And I'm gonna tell you what each one of these modes means. For example, let's stay in the user mode. Here is very simple. Here are the colors of the tachometer segment, which will change according to what we have set it before. So you can change the tachometer segment color from the following color. Default it's blue, and we change it to red. So this is actually the user setting mode. Now let's go to the DCT mode. Okay, you already see that the dashboard colors have changed, and when we press it, you're gonna see that all the colors are already changed. This is the DCT mode. Depending on the dual clutch transmission mode, the tachometer segment color changes as follows. For example, in the neutral you have white, in the drive mode you have blue, S1 pink, S2 violet, S3 red, and manual transmission we have yellow. So you have different colors for each of the DCT gear in which you are. Now let's go to the gear position mode. By pressing here we have gear. In gear, depending on your gear position, the tachometer segment color changes also by color. So depending actually in what gear you are, the color will change. For example, let's see, you will see in the first gear it's yellow, neutral it's white, and also you gonna have the second gear amber, third pink, fourth violet, fifth blue, sixth aqua. So it's only about the colors. You can change it by your own preferences. Let's go back to engine rev mode. So engine rev mode, here the same, depending on the engine revs, the tachometer segment color changes as follows. Starting from 1600 you have white, 2200 you have yellow, and so on. And more than 6000 RPMs you have pink. So actually I'm using the eco mode because I want to see exactly when the bike it's very efficient. So I put back the user and eco mode it's on. Another feature which I would have expected from this bike, from this dashboard, it's the outside temperature. I think it could have been integrated in this dashboard. It's very useful, especially when you travel on a long distance. You pass from 20-25 degrees up to 5 degrees, under 0 degrees. It could have been a very useful feature. Let's hope for the future Honda will implement it. The last menu, it's unit. You enter on it and you can change. Here you can see kilometers per hour, kilometers. You can change to mile, and also miles per hour. We live in kilometers. Also liters, kilometers with the in 1 liter, how many kilometers you make with 1 liter, how much liters per 100 kilometer. I prefer the second one, and exit. In my opinion, Honda focused so much on the freaking colors, so many colors to change, especially on each single mode you can change the color. I don't know why they focus so much on these colors. It's so useless to have so many color themes instead of having something useful like the outside temperature, for example, or any other extra information which could help you during your trip. These colors anyway, they are not seen on the sunlight, so only during the night you are able to see these beautiful colors. Okay, you can see in the daylight how efficient you are when you drive with the eco mode. This you can see it, but otherwise I don't see so many advantages by changing so often these colors. Thank you guys very much for watching at this video. I really appreciate your comments, I really appreciate your likes and all your support so far. So if you have any question, don't hesitate to write in the comment section. If you didn't subscribe so far, please do it if you like the content. See you next time and all the best. I'm not decided about the color. Should I leave the blue one? Violet, it's too feminine. Pink also. White, should I stay on the red color? Yellow, it's a color of the year. Okay, I'll stay with the red or the amber. Oh man.